Hey y'all, so as you can see, the shelves behind me are empty, and that is because I have once again begun to pack my books away in order to move. The school year has once again come to an end, and since I'm graduating this year, I can't stay on campus and do the same job I've done for the past 2 summers, so I will be moving home to my parents' house for the summer to work until I go to grad school next year. So over the summer, I'm not going to have room to have my bookshelves constructed just because my room is already full of stuff at home. So instead, what I'm going to be doing, like last year, is I'm going to have a small group of my books out over the summer for me to read, and the rest are going to be packed away in boxes until I move into my fall housing. The difference between this year and last year, though, is that since I will be at home this summer, I will have access to the books that I have at home on top of the ones that I'm leaving out over the summer. So in this video, I just wanted to tell you about which books I am going to be keeping out with me over the summer. I don't intend to get to every single one of these because I think I have about 30-ish books, but I do want to give myself some options, and I do want to definitely have plenty of books out for me to read. Plus, I will also have my Kindle available to me, and I will probably end up buying books over the summer, so I definitely don't intend to get to all of these books, but like I said, options. So the books that were actually on top of the stack are some books that I'm hoping to reread this summer. The first of which are the 3 books in the Across the Universe trilogy. I've been thinking about this trilogy a lot lately, and I've been thinking about rereading it, and so I figured I might as well leave it out over the summer if I do for some reason feel the need to reread them. And the other one that I'm leaving out in case I want to reread it is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I left it out last summer and I didn't end up rereading it, but I honestly do hope to this summer because it's been a while since I've read it. Next on the stack are the Throne of Glass books that I own by Sarah J. Maas. I have books 1, 3, and 4. And I also have book 2 on my Kindle. This is pretty simple. I've been meaning to get to this series for a very, very, very long time, and I have all the books in my possession, so I should be able to read them this summer. Next, I have books 1 and 2 in the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. And I also have book 2 on my Kindle. This is a series that I have been meaning to get to for a while now, and since I have the first 3 books, I figured I would leave it out in hopes that I will read it this summer. Next, I have the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I started Daughter of Smoke and Bone last summer for the Book Tubeathon, and I enjoyed what I read of it, but I haven't picked it up since then, and I am hoping that I will pick it up this summer. Next, I have the 2 books that are out of the Diviner series by Libba Bray. Lair of Dreams was one of my most anticipated releases last year, and I still haven't read it, partially because I feel like I need to reread the Diviners before I can get to it, so I hope to either skim or reread the Diviners and then jump into Lair of Dreams. And then I also have books 1 and 2 of the Gemma Doyle trilogy, and I have the 3rd one on my Kindle. To be honest, I'm not completely sold on the idea of having these out over the summer, but since I will have the Diviners and Lair of Dreams out, and they're by the same author, and they have similar historical fiction paranormal vibes, I figured that I might be in the mood for these once I read the Diviners and Lair of Dreams, so I figured I'd leave them out. Next, I have the first 2 books in the Stormlight Archive by Bryan Sanderson. Once again, I've just been meaning to get to this series for quite a while, and I hope to do so this summer. Next, I have Elantris by Bryan Sanderson. Honestly, there's a very small chance of me packing away any Bryan Sanderson books that I have and haven't read, because I never know when the mood will strike me to read one, and his books are great, so I'm obviously going to be keeping this out. And along those same lines, I also have Warbreaker by Bryan Sanderson. Same reasoning, I might want to pick this up this summer. This is one of the Bryan Sanderson books that's highest on my TBR, so I'll probably pick this up this summer. And of course, my last unread Bryan Sanderson book is the bind-up of Legion and the Emperor's Soul. I'm not sure if I'm going to read Legion this summer, but since the Emperor's Soul does go along with Elantris, if I read Elantris, I'm also going to read the Emperor's Soul. Next, I have the Scott Pilgrim graphic novel series by Bryan Lee O'Malley. Yes, I'm very well aware that I purchased these kind of outside of my book buying restriction. I don't care, it was an end of the semester gift to myself, and I know I'm going to be reading these probably on the trip home, so I don't feel bad about it, and I definitely want to read these very, very soon. Like I said, I will probably be reading these on the car ride home. Next is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare. I, for some reason, haven't read this yet, so obviously I'm going to leave it available for myself to read. Next is Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. I'm planning on participating in Camp NaNoWriMo in July, and this book is about a girl trying to publish her debut novel, so it just kind of makes sense as something that I would want to read around that time. Next, I have A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, and since I haven't read it, I wanted to keep it available to me in case I wanted to continue the series. Next, I have The Invasion of the Tearling by Erica Johansson, which is the sequel to The Queen of the Tearling. I really enjoyed The Queen of the Tearling, and I've been wanting to continue the series ever since I read the first book, and I do hope to do that very, very soon, so I'm obviously leaving this out. Next is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. When I bought this book, it was super high on my TBR, and then I got it and kind of forgot about it, but it's definitely one that I really want to get to since it's gotten such high praise on BookTube, so I decided to leave it out in hopes that I will read it this summer. Next, I have Illuminated by Amie Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Kind of like Six of Crows, I was really anticipating this one when it came out, and then it came out and I got it, and my motivation to read it just kind of went away, so I'm hoping that returns and that I will read it this summer. Next, I have Off to Be the Wizard by Scott Meyer. Honestly, if I had the other 2 books in this trilogy, I probably would have already read it because I keep wanting to pick this up, but since I'm on my restriction and I don't have the other 2 books, I haven't, so hopefully I will pick up the other 2 books this summer and read this. So the next 2 books I'm going to be leaving out are my Analyses of Harry Potter. This one is the first 4 books and this one is the 6th one. The one for the 5th book is at home. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to talk about these books because this one is actually a book from home that I had my mom bring for me, and I just got this one and mentioned it a couple weeks ago. But honestly, I will probably flip through these this summer because I've just been in kind of like a Harry Potter analysis mood, which I know some of you didn't realize was a thing, but it's a thing. And so yeah, I will probably flip through these a little bit, but I just wanted to mention that I'm going to have these out. And then finally, the last book that I will have out with me during the summer is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. It's currently part of my book stack, and I do hope to read at least one of the books from the book stack this summer. I have 3 out with me, I think, and I've heard just such great things about it that I keep meaning to pick it up and I keep not picking it up, so hopefully that will happen this summer. So these are the books that I will have out with me over the summer to read and hopefully enjoy. Like I said, I definitely don't intend to get to all of these because I don't think that I will have enough time with work and Camp NaNoWriMo, but I hope to get to a large chunk of these and I really hope to enjoy them. Let me know down in the comments what you think of some of the books that I've talked about today. Let me know which ones I should read first. Like I said, probably Scott Pilgrim. That's probably what I'm getting to first. But after that, I'm not sure what I want to pick up. I have a lot of options. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!